Hey beautiful people, in today's video we are going to talk about making an offer and getting it accepted successfully. The importance, the successfulness, the art of this is all in preparation. The art of getting your offer accepted is all in the preparation that you do to secure your property. Pretend you're an agent and you have people coming into you every single day. They're looking for properties, whether it be investment, whether it be first-time buyers or their first home, and they want you to help them find that property. Remember, you are not their client, the seller is their client. And the reason why that's very important to remember that is because you need to come with as much preparation and information and knowledge as possible so that you can ensure that you get your deal. You always want to ensure that you are prepared, okay? That means having your deposit ready, having your decision in principle ready to go, or an agreement in principle. Sometimes in order for you to get a decision in principle, you need a property to base that on. If you get an agreement in principle, you may be able to get that a letter where the bank says, I will lend you this amount of money based on this deposit and your income and your situation and so forth. Get that ready if you can, because agents love that. They know that you're ready to move and that if you actually see a property you like, you can actually go and buy that thing. So preparation is everything. The agreement, get it if you can. You also want to make sure that you have an account with your solicitor, making sure that you're registered with them, you have at least some money in holding with them, and you're ready to go. It's not essential, but if you are serious about investing and you already know that you're going to use your solicitor, why not set things up and really have the ballpark ready to move as soon as that offer is accepted? Again, this is all about preparation. One thing you might have to do also is have your surveyor. Get him ready to go as soon as that property offer is accepted. You can get him in, check out the house and make sure it's viable and it's worth the amount that you have agreed, okay? One thing, the worst thing you can do is go in and get your surveyor after you've agreed a price and he says, look, this house is about to fall down. This is demolition time. This isn't time to be buying a house and renovating it. You want to know that information as soon as possible. So that's first, preparation, getting all your eggs in a row. In order. Now, when it comes to building a relationship with an agent, right, which would be next, you want to go into the estate agency, form a relationship, tell them what you're looking for. The most important thing here is that you're very honest about your position. You may be a first-time buyer, you may be a first-time investor. It doesn't matter. Let them know who you are so they can best present the property to you. There's no point in them speaking to you like you're fluent and efficient and knowing everything if you really have no idea about the area. You have no idea about the house, the yields, anything. Be honest with them, because then they can talk your language. They can go slow. They can go at a pace and move in a pace that's more better for you to make a better decision. Because at the end of the day, they have a lot of people coming in and they really want quick decision makers. They want fast decision makers, people who know what they want. If they're working with someone who doesn't know what they want or don't even know what they're looking for, it's better that they know that, so then they can fit you in when they have time. They can actually do viewings when they have a 30-minute slot and not a 15-minute slot. Agents, depending on what properties they're showing, whether it's an auction or whether it's a house that's well presented and ready to buy for someone to move into, they really do have allocated time slots. So some is only 15 minutes, some is 30 minutes, some is even 45. It really depends on the type of property you're looking at and what position you play in all of this. So being open and honest about who you are and your position allows them to move at a pace that's better for you, creating a win-win for not just you, but also for them. Agents like to know whether or not you're part of a chain. So if you are being honest about your position, then they will know whether you're part of a chain and then therefore know how to deal with you. And if you're not part of a chain, it's so much more easier to move a property on. But if you're part of a chain, then they know you're going to have to find a house before that house that you offer on can actually be moved on. They know that your mortgage broker, your solicitor, may slow things down to accommodate those timescales. That's not ideal for them because they make money when you complete. So the goal for them is to get you through exchange to completion as quickly and efficiently as possible. Next thing you can do is do your homework on the location. Do not solemnly depend on the agent for all your information. That can be a bit of a drag, isn't it? Think about it. Imagine you're an agent, someone comes and they say, I completely don't know anything, I don't know anything, help me, help me, help me. It's like, oh, well, what are you doing when you're at home? Aren't you looking? I mean, not in that kind of way, because agents are who you call to get your information from. This is their profession. This is what they do day in, day out. Yes, but also you need to be at home on the laptop doing some research yourself and understanding the numbers, doing a bit of research on the area, so that when you get there, you have even more informed questions to ask, and you're not just asking basic questions that quick search could have identified and showed you. So do a little bit of homework so you know your area, so when you get there, you can ask specific questions about that property. It may be that you're looking for a property and it's in an area where it's full of council housing. You would then probably want to know, do professionals live in this kind of area? What is it like at nighttime? You know, do you get a lot of people looking to let in this area? And you can be very specific about certain questions. You can use websites called streetcheck.co.uk where they tell you all about the area. Of course, maybe you should go down there, drive around and get to see it for yourself. I mean, there's nothing like hands-on experience, right? So go and actually look yourself, get out of your seat, get out of your environment, and take a proactive approach to finding your investment location. Now you've gone to the property, you've checked out the house, and you absolutely love it. You have to offer, right? This is why this video is good, because I'm going to tell you some of the key things as to what's going to get your offer accepted. And by the way, if you're liking this information, please be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the notifications bell so you can get updated whenever I do a video. All my topics are about property, business, mindset, finance, and around those general topics, and even relationships too, because relationship building is so paramount in business. But if you're liking this information, be sure to share as well, and do comment down below. Let's get back to it. So you viewed the property, you absolutely love it, and it has to be yours. Next thing you do is draw up an email. And you draw up an email expressing your interest to buy the house. You would include information like your decision in principle or your agreement in principle, your solicitor's details, which would be a contact number, email, and even an address and a name, of course. Then you would do things like include your proof of funds. Let them know you have the money ready to go. Show them that deposit. That speaks 1,000 words sometimes. And even a homeowner who's looking to sell, they can be swayed by seeing that money in your bank account. So show that to them. Let them know you're a serious contender. If you're looking at buying a house as your first time buyer and you actually want to move in, then you just make the offer very simple. I love this property. This is the reason why it's ideal for me. We're looking to move quickly. This is our details. I look forward to hearing from you with some great news, right? And this allows the agent to know that you are positive. I'm looking forward to this great news. This is where I'm at. It also shows you're keen. You're ready to go. There's no time to delay. But if it's an investment property, you're going to approach it ever so slightly different. So you would follow all the above. You would include all those details, your agreement in principle, your proof of funds, your solicitor's details, even your mortgage broker's details, which you can include as well as a first-time buyer. But you'd also include it as your as an investment purchase. But here I want you to talk a little bit more in depth, and the reason why is because you're going to be making an offer that might not necessarily be in line with their asking price. Usually there'll be an element of negotiation that happens when you're purchasing an investment property, and this is where it all comes into play in your email. You draw out the element that you're interested, that you want to move forward, you want to purchase this house, but you will explain in not so much detail why you're making an offer. So you'll say something like, hey, I love this property, this house is for me, but looking at the amount of work it needs doing, I think this will cost me approximately 30 grand, 25 grand, 5 grand, and therefore my offer is going to be this. Let them know that you're in a position to move quickly, that you are very decisive and you're very keen to purchase this property, and you look forward to hearing from them with positive feedback. Now, the reason you're saying positive feedback is it's likely that you might get a no in the first instance, particularly if the offer is awfully low. But if it's not awfully low, then you may just get your yes straight away. The key thing is you want to present the offer in the way that's talking to the landlord. They're talking to the seller. They're talking to that person who's trying to get rid of the property. So when you're out on your viewings, you would have asked, why are they selling? What's the situation around this sale? You would use that then to your benefit to be able to tell tailor the offer to their needs, creating a win-win situation for both of you. Very important, because you want someone who's actually put an offer in and they're speaking your language. It's almost like they made their offer just for you. Think about yourself as a homeowner who wants to sell for whatever reason. Maybe someone's died, you've inherited a property, you need to get rid of it because you can't afford the monthly payments. Or maybe you just want to get rid of your first home so you can upgrade and get into your second home because your family's expanding. Whatever the reason is, you want that person to be talking your language. So you want to dress and tailor that offer to them. Fifth and final is, once you have got your offer accepted, you need to be able to ensure that you secure that thing as quickly as possible. There are things like corporate sales where banks are selling properties because someone never paid their mortgage, never kept up to date, and the bank has repossessed the house. Sales like that usually stay on the market until exchange, right? So no matter what your offer is, no matter how fluffy you put your offering, the bank wants to move with the most certain person.
So I just want to correct myself here. The bank chooses the highest bidder. So whoever's offering the most on the property, they usually would go with that person. Thanks.
It doesn't matter how you present yourself. The agreement is done on exchange, but not all sales are like that. If you're buying from, say, a typical seller who is just a family selling their home, once the property has an offer accepted, usually they do not do any more viewings. And then you are able to start that process of getting the solicitor engaged, getting the surveyor engaged, doing your home buyers report, and doing that whole process, usually 2 to 3 months. But when it comes to certain processes, once you have agreed and that hammer goes down, this is not an auction sale, but once that agreement is made and you guys are shaking on this agreement, yes, you can have the house for this amount, you want to ensure that your solicitor is moving at a pace that you do not lose this damn deal. Because you can, offer being accepted is just one thing. And yes, I'm doing a video on the importance of getting your offer accepted and the importance of preparation and really maneuvering yourself so you can come across as a serious buyer. Yes, but that's just one element. To be honest, that's the easy element. Once your offer is accepted, you need to be able to move at a quick pace. That means engaging your solicitor the same day, letting your estate agent know the details of whoever the buyer is, whether it be you or a company or a client, right? Getting all that information over and letting the solicitor start that process. If you really love it, you can pay the solicitor just a little bit more for them to move a little bit quicker so you can be prioritized and get that deal seen through quickly. And that may be essential if you are buying from someone who's desperate to sell and they need urgency. But if that's not the case, then you might not need to do that. What you really would want to do is just ensure that you're engaging the right parts of your power team at the right moment so you can secure the deal. You will be building a relationship with the agent as you do this, and think long term. You may need to buy from them again, you may want to buy from them again, so form a relationship as you go through this process. Build rapport with your agent. Let them know that you are interested in more properties. And to be honest, this is the time to be looking even more, because now they know what you want. You've agreed a property, they know exactly what your requirements are, and you can move forward and project into the future. But either way, these steps really have been created to help you put an offer in and then get it accepted successfully. I really hope you found this information useful. If you want to know more, please be sure to subscribe. The key thing I want you to take away is put yourself in the estate agent's perspective. Put yourself in their shoes. When you call British Gas or whoever your utility provider is, you want them to get your issues sorted quickly. You don't want to have to be on hold forever, right? So think about the agent. That's what they like. They want to be able to have this property sold quickly. As soon as it lands on their lap, their challenge is, I need to get this off within 8 weeks. Now, your goal is to build a relationship with that agent so they can call you first, and then hopefully you say yes and move that property off their lap within that 8-week period. They will love you for this and definitely call you back more if you manage to help them achieve their goals. So think about it from their perspective. I wish you all the best in your investing and home buying if you're a first-time home buyer, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. Take care. Bye.